Hi, my name's Erika Footman. I will be talking to you today about connecting with your lyrics. Singers are historically storytellers, and we like to tell stories. However, I feel that art is getting lost. I see a lot of students of mine and various singers singing songs, but without actually connecting to the lyrics. Now, as human beings, we communicate with each other through language, through words. And I think that's how most people can connect with lyrics, when they really listen, and especially when the singer is really explaining something. That's when you tend to find that connection with the song. So today I'm taking a very well-known song by Amy Winehouse called You Know I'm No Good. And we're going to break it down bit by bit on how I or one of my students might actually learn how to connect with the song. Now, I'm no actor at all. I've never had acting lessons in my life, so please excuse the bad acting. But what I'm trying to do is actually connect emotionally with the lyrics. It's not that I'm trying to be someone else, because I work mainly with artists. It's not that I want them to become someone else, but I want them to understand how someone might feel. I think when you're a singer, you need to learn how to be empathetic to certain situations and learn how to feel and really be expressive and to be able to connect that with other people. So this is a really nice song, You Know I'm No Good. It's very descriptive and you can really paint a picture. So what I would do first with a student or with any song that I'm learning that I haven't written is maybe go through the lyrics and really think about the story, think about how those words connect to me. Even if the writer had written them about a certain situation, that doesn't mean that you have to sing about that situation. You can connect it to your own emotions and your own feelings and your own experiences. So here it says, meet you downstairs in the bar and hurt, your rolled up sleeves in your skull t-shirt. You said, what did you do with him today? And sniff me out like I was Tanqueray. 'Cause you're my fella, my guy, hand me your Stella and fly. By the time I'm out the door, you tear me down like Roger Moore. So those are the words. Now I'm going to paint the picture. So I imagine I'm upstairs, maybe I've just had an affair with someone, and my boyfriend is downstairs and I'm meeting him, but I'm hurting because I know what I've just done. I know that I've done something bad and I know that I'm going to hurt myself and hurt that person as well. I see him, he looks like he always does, you know, in his clothes that he wears all the time that kind of make him who he is. But then when I see him, he asks me directly, what did I do with the person that I just slept with? So he knows something's not right. And then he sniffs me out, you know, he really tries to figure out what happened. You know, and I say, oh, you know, nothing happened, it's fine, don't worry, honestly. You know, I love you, you're the person I'm supposed to be with. And he knows immediately that something's happened, and he runs out, fist flying at any man. It doesn't matter who it is, it's just any man, because whoever's in front of him has the face of my lover. I go out and I see him angry and I feel the sorrow. So in the chorus is, I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble, you know I'm no good. So it's very internal. These lyrics are really internal. It's about, you know, not just about hurting another person, but it's about hurting yourself as well. You know, this is repetition. This is something I've done over and over again. Second line, like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble. You know, see, I told you I would hurt you. You know that I'm no good. I feel really bad about it. And I have low self-worth and low self-esteem, and this is how I feel. So I have to really put myself in the mindset of this person. I have to really put myself into how that person might feel. I think great storytellers and great singers have a really good understanding of emotion and feelings, and I think they can really interpret that through music and song. So I'm going to attempt to maybe act a little bit of how I might say that. I'll meet you downstairs in the bar, but I hurt. Your rolled up sleeves in your skull t-shirt. You say, what did you do with him today? And then you sniff me out like I was Tanqueray. 'Cause you're my fella, my guy. But you hand me a Stella and fly. But by the time I'm out the door, you're tearing men down like Roger Moore. Like I said, I'm not really an actor, but I'm just trying to get my headspace into that sense and that feeling of how I might feel in that moment. What I might do now I have painted this picture, is maybe put an emotion by each line or by a phrase. So here what I might do is, for example, your rolled up sleeves in your skull t-shirt, that's something that's kind of nostalgic. For me, I see that as being nostalgic, maybe it's loving as well. Meet you downstairs, I think I would be very kind of tentative and worried and hurt as well. I'm hurting. What did you do with him today? He's being inquisitive. He's also accusational here, so I might put that emotion here. And then I'd work through the song, writing an emotion through all of it. And it might be that I just phrase it bit by bit. It might be that it might be a line at a time. But at least it will help me to really kind of connect with how I'm feeling and how that person is feeling within the song as well. So I'm going to break it down now and maybe sing the lines to you. So this is how I would sing it just sonically, without really putting any intention behind it. And then I'll sing it again and I'll put some feeling and emotion into it. Beat you downstairs in the bar and hurt your rolled up sleeves in your skull t-shirt. You say, what did you do with him today? And sniff me out like I was Tanqueray. 'Cause you're my fella, my guy. Hand me your Stella and fly. By the time I'm out the door, you tear men down like Roger Moore. So that's me just singing the song without really putting any intention, any feeling behind it. And for some people that might be enough. But for me as a storyteller and as a singer, it's not really enough for me. So now I'm going to put it with the intention and the practice that I've just put into it. Beat you downstairs in the bar and hurt your rolled up sleeves and your skull t-shirt. You say, what did you do with him today? You sniff me out like I was Tanqueray. 'Cause you're my fella, my guy. You hand me a Stella and fly, but by the time I'm out the door, you tear men down like Roger Moore. So in that instant there, you can hear that I'm really using a little more dynamic. I'm using some vocal inflections as well. You might have heard a little sob. You tear men down, which is something just a little bit expressive. It kind of adds that hint of almost crying. What I'm really trying to do is almost, because my voice is my instrument, I almost place that emotion here and then I make it come out. So it's a real thought process for me, and I really have to make sure that I can really feel that. In the next section, in the chorus, I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble. You know I'm no good. It's very insular, so I might dip the dynamics down a little bit more. So I'm just going to take it from the pre-chorus just before, which is by the time I'm out the door. By the time I'm out the door, you tear men down like Roger Moore. I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good. So you probably hear in my voice that actually the way, if I was to bring it up, if I was happy or angry, everything comes up. You tear men down, everything's up. But as I'm feeling the sadness, I actually feel everything drop. I cheated myself, and you can actually hear the brightness disappear from my voice. So just by manipulating sound and tone, you can really change up the feeling of a song and emotion within the song, and put in emotion within the song as well. So just to summarize how to connect with your lyrics. The first thing you could do is to read through the lyrics almost like you're saying them, so that you're really understanding what you're saying. Try not to say them as you would sing them rhythmically. So for example, meet you downstairs in the bar and hurt your rolled up sleeves in your skull t-shirt. Because every day we don't talk like that. So, for example, you would say, meet you downstairs in the bar and hurt your rolled up sleeves in your skull t-shirt. Something like that. Something that make you connect to it rather than how you would say it. Step 2, write down your emotions throughout each of the sections. So how you might be feeling when you're singing that. You know, a very simple, happy, sad. You don't need to go into too much detail if you don't want to. If you want to, that's fantastic. If it will help you connect to your lyrics, but just something to really make you feel an emotion within that time. Then what I would do is I would sing through the whole song, really connecting with those emotions and really connecting with those lyrics. And then once you're happy with that, maybe think about maybe adding some inflections, whether that's a sob, whether that is some vibrato to really add some warmth into a section, maybe dropping the tone or brightening the tone up in certain areas to really emphasize bits that you're happy or angry or sad. We can really add colour and some dynamics as well. Dynamics are really important within a song that will really tell a story emotionally as well.